thankful for November 3rd of this year. It was a Saturday. It started out misty and overcast, which made the fall leaves vibrate with color, and then there were patches of sky and sun. And so much of the sky was still dark, but there'd be like these white patches and blue patches, and the trees were lit up. And then that all gave way to a crisp, clear blue sky. And it was windy. I'm thankful for the feeling of not striving or holding no hope for any major salvation. A cold night, so I can use blankets. Really loving a song. Having a strong opinion and believing in it. The moment after I return a borrowed car without incident. I'm thankful for the times that I'm able to stand barefoot on bathroom tile and I'm peeing and feeling grateful. I'm thankful for my friend who fought hard and had a rough go of it and felt abandoned and unsupported and had a bunch of self-doubt and fear, but then he got a great job. And so I think about him at the job, and think about his pride and satisfaction, and I think of his well-earned joy. I'm thankful for the feeling of sitting in a car after driving, the silence after the noise of the road and engine have been quieted, finally being able to relax in a seat where you recently had to be on sustained high alert. I'm thankful for being able to get slowly drunk with friends, and then the discussion turns to a topic that I have good and new ideas about, and also that these friends hadn't heard me mention before. I'm thankful for Amy Mann's 2017 NPR Tiny Desk performance of 4 songs from her mental illness album. I'm thankful to listen to a mysterious station, 104.7 in New York, that just plays the same 2 hours or so of music on a loop, and all the songs are about New York. I'm thankful that I can get a sweet whenever I want to. And of the shadow that Hawk and I make when we approach the bathroom door with the kitchen light behind us, it's a perfect silhouette. Like I could see her hairs and my hair and her smooth forehead, and then the shadows made by her young eyelashes. I do this thing with my friends called Pancake Time, where we eat pancakes. I love that. Laying in bed at night, not being upset with being unable to sleep, Becky beside me, watching the light from the street come through the curtains, watching the light of cars and buses as they pass, hearing people talk outside the bar below our apartment, hearing a bus pass and imagining I was a passenger on that bus. It's well lit, floating and hissing through the night on a long trip with no traffic. This November, Humane Society. Thanks for watching.
Every town has its ups and downs, and sometimes the ups outnumber the downs.
So this year I've been doing a podcast about this journal. This is my diary from 25 years ago, 1993, when I was 12 years old. So every week I read through it with my friend Tori, and we kind of see what I used to be like and compare it to how I am today. We call people who are mentioned in the diary. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about myself.
Here's New York City, 2014, 2017, 2018, 2015, 2016. Yeah.
Why did you start marathons?
Because why the hell not? Yeah. Just like as soon as I believed that it was something that I could do, I was like, why wouldn't I?
Can't there be some happiness for me? Not a Nottingham.
Well, regrettably, but understandably, I think we have it all wrong about the origins of Thanksgiving. It was actually originally a dinner between the Japanese and the French in the 1500s. There was, of course, the raw fish diet from the east and a lot of heavy dairy from the west. People don't know this, that's where the hokey pokey came from. Actually, yeah. This was about... Poke is the kind of fish, and hokey is a kind of dairy that they serve. So when they put the two together, they did the hokey pokey because, frankly, people think it was a fun game, but it's actually because they all got stomach issues, and they were running back and forth because of the hokey pokey. And they turned themselves around. And that's what it's all about. Well, that's the headline, but yeah, that is what it's all about.
My name's Dan Klotz. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin. The weather here is 44 degrees and probably feels more like 34. But every day around 4 o'clock, I head down to the lake and just kind of chill out and watch boats going by and rowing teams going by and watch the birds. So I think that's a really cool time of the day for me.
In the morning, I wake up before my husband, Marshall, wakes up, and I get to watch him sleep a little bit and look at our room, usually in the dark, and then I usually turn sides or readjust my pillow and fall back asleep, and it is an incredibly comforting feeling.
Becky,
Shut up, honey.
please wake up. I need you to help keep me awake. I'm falling asleep here.
I dreamed I invented a new fruit. The apple.
That's the most famous fruit.
It is, isn't it?
Look, I need you to keep me awake. I'm falling asleep. What?
Does that help?
Yeah, I guess so.
Sweet.
Oh, God. Damn it. Becky, wake up. We're getting pulled over.
You don't have any drugs on you, do you?
We'll just have to wait and see.
Honey, do the thing. Do what she's telling
I
you to
don't
do.
know what this means.
That's the roll down your window sign from a cop.
It looks like she's like writing her name with a sprinkler.
Every cop has their own way. Just roll down the window. Trust
That's
me.
what that means?
Yes. You gotta put it into context. She's a cop. She's pulling us over. Just roll down the window.
Hi.
Hi,
I'm Becky.
Becky. Short for Rebecca. You know why I pulled you fellows over?
Yeah, I think I was maybe swerving.
Drifting.
Drifting because I'm kind of sleepy.
I get tired too. You know how I stay awake?
Snacks?
Snacks.
Snacks.
Snacks is right. I ate an apple.
I just dreamt that I invented the apple.
Okay, I think.
If you invented the apple, you'd be a very rich woman. It's a famous fruit.
Thank you very much, officer. All this apple talk really has me tuckered. Oh.
Okay, officer.
Looks like you little fellas here have fallen asleep. Sawing logs.
Okay, so do you think this is like a ticket situation or a warning situation? Officer. Officer. Wake up.
I got the first base of James Spader.
What?
What?
The cop's asleep.
Let's get out of it.
It's illegal.
That's why I like it. Let's go, honey. Come on. Live a little. What a thrill. Oh, sweetie.
Don't fall in love with me, and we only recently met. True, I'm in love with you, but you might decide I'm not. Give me a week or two.
I read an article recently where a lot of elderly women were interviewed, and they were all asked if you could do anything differently in your life, what would it be? And a lot of them said, I wish I was more of a hoe. A lot of them said that. If you look at the STD rates in nursing homes, they are through the roof. So I think, the point is you just want to do it while you have your knees, right? Like, you use your knees so much more than you think you do. I don't even get on top anymore if I'm not in love. I'm saving this knee cartilage for marriage. It's my dowry.
Reverse sneezing is usually just a reflex from tickling in the back of the throat. It's the because dogs or cats aren't going to expectorate something, and so if you have something like postnasal drip, for example, from allergies or from nonspecific rhinitis, we don't go and swallow it, you'll get that reverse sneezing. Very, very rarely it can be a sign of an early tumor in that area, but again, that's super uncommon. We also don't see a lot of nasal parasites in this area, but sometimes we do. But most of the time, it's usually going to be from nonspecific postnasal drip. It sounds horrible, but it's perfectly fine. The act itself.
Actually, a lot of people believe that it was a gathering of, pilgrims and Native Americans to exchange food and values and thanks, but actually it was a marketplace, ultimately. Delphiniums, phlox, allium, butterfly ranunculus, buttercup ranunculus, King protea, Gerber daisies. These things are big. Iris, delphinium. Oh, I said that. Narcissus. Daffodil. Actually, interestingly, there were no blossoms in Northern America until the Dutch came on the Mayflower.
No blossoms at all?
None.
What did the bees do?
That's an interesting story. The bees actually came also on the Mayflower with the pilgrims from the Dutch fields of the tulips.
I've never heard that. That's incredible.
It really is interesting. That's why I study it.
Some people sitting on the bench right in front of my place, and I came in and they're like, "Oh, if you want us to leave, we can." And I was like, "No, it's cool if you stay there." People sit on the bench all the time.
We were on the train with our daughter, and we were sitting next to a gentleman who was very dressed up. And Hawk started looking at him, and they had a little connection. And towards the end of the conversation, he said, "My wife went up to an apple orchard yesterday, and she brought back so many apples. I'm bringing some to work with me. Would you like some?" And we said, "Sure." And he gave us 2 apples. 5:30 or 6 in the morning, right around that time, when she wakes up and wants to eat. A little bit fussy, but mainly just kind of quietly staring ahead and fussing just enough so that just I hear her and know it's ready for her, that she's ready to eat. I'm tired and wanting to keep sleeping, but there's this blinking, smiling little baby looking at me, waiting for me to feed her. And so, and then after she's done, she's wide awake because she slept all night, and now she's just standing there smiling and happy. So, I'm tired, the world's asleep, maybe people are starting their work day, but my whole purpose and my whole meaning at that time is to wake myself up and feed my baby, and we have this little stolen special moment, just the 2 of us. And that's my favorite way to start the day, even though I'm very eager to fall back asleep right after that.
After you all
Place,
talk.
okay. Dennis, give us the
get some
I'm sure they can use
You guys want a double?
I want a double.
Double.
Thank you.
Dennis.
Thank you.
That's
Whoa,
Dennis.
whoa. Getting Good job.
All right. Any requests for me? White or dark? Dark.
Leg man.
You guys want to pass your plates? It's grinding right now.
Grind leg for me.
Katie, you want a dark?
Katie, more dark meat. Katie.
So Dennis, here's the leg. Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh.
That's a good.
So I was in New York with Ina, my girlfriend. By the way, Ina and I are back together. Anyway, she passed out on the subway. I called an ambulance. They said to lay her down. I laid her down on the subway. Someone said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yes, I'm okay." And then someone else said, "Can I get you anything? Can I help?" I said, "No, it's okay, thank you." 2 people later, a guy said, "Is everything good? Can I get you some water?" I said, "Sure, water sounds nice." And then the woman who had asked before was pissed. She said, "Like, what the fuck? I just asked if you needed anything." I said, "I'm sorry, I didn't think about water." And to be clear, I don't like New York, but I think that's just everywhere. I think the people are generally, I don't know everywhere, but I don't know. People are nice.
Thank you. I read on a Twitter account that I follow a quote from Arjun Shah. He said, "If you can let go a little, you'll have a little peace. And if you can let go a lot, you'll have a lot of peace. And if you can let go completely, you'll have complete peace." Thought it was pretty good. Maybe some of you are feeling a little discouraged about the election. I understand, even though I'm overall happy with how things went. But part of me was expecting that the past 2 years would kind of be erased or something. But even if everybody voted for that, it still couldn't happen. It's impossible. I think, I was going to say we should keep fighting, and I guess that's true. Regardless, I hope that the Humane Society can be a place of hope for people. I don't know that it can. But if you also need a place to come and be hopeless and have company, I know we can do that. So, happy November, happy Thanksgiving. I always find myself overeating this month. So, if you do that, you're not alone. And if you want to not do that, then you have my support. You have my support to do anything. You can do anything. I don't care. I'll still like you. Can you do a flourish with your hand, Wes, or something?
Do you need like a warning that
we want an end? It had.
You got it. Okay.
Thank you.
That was great. I love that.
That was the right length of intro.
All right, we gotta really do this.
That was great.
Okay.
So